How are you going, Nate?
Yeah, very good, TJ. Very good show so far.
Nice,
very good show. Can't wait for Christian Salem to come up.
Oh, I know. He will be coming up very, very shortly. But first, we've got some breaking news from the best newsbreaker in the business.
Oh, it's from Jackie Reid, actually, TJ. North Melbourne players...
OK, well, thank you, Jackie. I'm just trying to pump you up, don't you?
No, I'm trying to pump Jackie up because she's told us that players and staff of North Melbourne have been told to isolate at home, to get tested and to await a negative result after being at the Tier 2 exposure site at Melbourne Airport yesterday, that being between 7 and 8 a.m, on their way to play the Gold Coast in Hobart.
Jackie, of course, one of our producers here on the Sunday Footy Show and also a colleague at 3AW.
Yep, does a great job, Jackie.
And just gave Damo that breaking news there that Damo tried to take credit for. Anyway, so we will actually talk to Jack Zeeble live and he'll give us some more information about that. In the meantime, tell us about this match last night.
It was a really enjoyable game of football last night. The Bombers gave a real scare to Melbourne and you see Jordan kicked 2 goals, Petrarca 2, Oliver brilliant. Merritt, some of his foot skills last night were as good as you'll see in the comp, and Jones continues to grow with the Bombers. But Christian Salem, I think TJ were putting an all-Australian side together. He'd be the first picked on the half-back flank, in my opinion, with the season that he's had. Another dominant display last night, 10 marks. Christian, thanks for joining us this morning. And last night they did give you a scare, but still, I wanted to ask you the question about what you learnt from that Collingwood loss, because it was great to get the 4 points again last night.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, the Collingwood game was pretty disappointing, the way that we finished towards the bye, and we got beaten in all areas of our game. So for us, it was a good chance to reset over the bye and try and get back to our best football.
Well, when you're playing for the Bombers, you've got to try, and I heard Max Gawn after the game say we had to keep it in tight, make it a clearance stoppage game, and they start to worry you for periods in that first and second quarter with their run on the outside.
Yeah, the first half was obviously not the way we planned. We knew they wanted to go fast and use the corridor, and at times we gave it to them. I think Stringer ran out of the centre square about 3 or 4 times. And, we just addressed that at half time to try and get back to our forward half game and really ramp up the pressure around the ball.
Just your belief in your own system. I heard Simon Goodwin speak after the game. So Merritt had 26 at half time, which is record pace, but you weren't too worried about him. You're more worried about those dangerous entries. When do you decide what is threatening and what isn't? Because Essendon had a lot of the footy last night.
Yeah, they did. I guess it's a fine balance, and for us, if it is starting to hurt us, we have, I guess, tricks up our sleeve. We have Harmsy and Vines who could go to do a tagging role. But for us, we just backed in our system, and that's been great what Goody and the assistant coaches have, I guess, allowed us to do throughout games. And, yeah, they did again last night.
Hibberd went to Jake Stringer at times last night. He was the match winner last week, Jake Stringer. Very good again last night, but it was a really good battle between the two.
Yeah, it was. He started very well, and, we had to make a few adjustments for him at half-time. We know how much of a quality player he is, and that second quarter he started to damage us a bit. He was sort of rolling in and out of stoppages, and I guess they did cause a bit of confusion amongst us, and, we just gave him the role full-time, I guess, in the second half, and he executed it pretty well.
Christian, as we look at what Hibberd did last night, another key cog to the whole Melbourne operation has been Christian Petrarca. Had the personal breakout season of 2020, evolved again in 2021. What have you noticed with what he's doing this year that's been different to the previous seasons with him?
Yeah, I guess we all know what he can do with the ball, but his growth this year has come from on-field leadership and I guess leading without the ball. And not only him, but I could reel off all the names. We've really invested into team defence, and we're all trying to help each other out on the field. So that's sort of been the biggest improvement in his game, and a lot of others too.
That team defence won you the game last night, I thought, Christian. It was a difference in the match. But I want to ask you about the other end, the forward line. What does Ben Brown need to do to earn a spot in this side at Melbourne, you think?
Yeah, I guess obviously last night we did go a bit smaller, and Weeds was in last week and he's obviously in the VFL today. But yeah, I guess they're all in decent form, and I guess it depends the way we want to set up, to be honest. And we know what qualities Brownie could bring, and he's playing off of no preseason really. So when he's been in the team, he's actually done pretty well. So I'm sure chances will come for not only him but Weeds as well, so they've just got to be ready, I guess.
Christian, Collingwood are looking for a coach. Often the good sides get picked off a little bit with their assistants. Adam Uze is a name that has been brought up this morning. What are his credentials like, and do you think he'd make a good senior coach?
Yeah, Uze's been great. Obviously, he's working with the midfield pretty closely, and just the way he sees the game has been, it's really caught my eye. And, he's doing a lot of good stuff at training in terms of simplifying the way we want to play and, I guess, trying to capitalise on our Gorney and our midfielders.
If you were doing the votes last night, how many would you give yourself?
There was a few boys that were pretty good, I guess. Maisie was good, Jack was good, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, well, let's find out.
You've thrown me under a bus there.
Oh, no.
There'll be no freebies at his cafe that's brilliant in Brighton down the train.
okay.
I'm only joking. Zach Merritt, 41 disposals, loved his game. Lever and May, to me, were the difference in this game. I know the Melbourne midfield is going really well as well, and I thought Clayton Oliver was the best Melbourne midfielder on the ground. But as I said before, Christian is having a great year and should be in the All-Australian side.
And look, before we get to the prize pack, where's the family cafe? Lordo said it's down at Brighton, which obviously he frequents it, does he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we do. We have one at North Road, North Point, another one around the corner at Roxwold at Bay Street. So they're starting to get busy again post-COVID, so get down when you can.
Absolutely. Support your local business.
Didn't get the votes, TJ, but he does get Lou's prize pack, which is most important. A dozen Callaway Chrome soft golds for you, Christian, and an Odyssey Tour towel. The Travis Matthews caps, 4 of them. That's 4 to keep a lid on it at the golf course. Our friends at Aquila, great supporters of this show for so long. A pair of those from top of the range shoe collection, kicking goals since 1958, if you don't mind. The bar fridges from Bar Fridges Australia, a bar fridge thanks to them, still cooling the beers of a nation. The Ricks Eyewear, use the code word ThatManChompers at rickseyewear.com for 20% discount. Platform 28, magnificent down there, dinner for 2 at the favourite restaurant, Platform 28. Docklands, the best spot for a pre-match frothy, and AMFX and your very own custom fire pit thanks to AMFX. Speak to Alan and the team. They're 100% Australian made. TJ.
Okay, terrific stuff. Christian, all the best for the remainder of the season, and who knows, we might be talking to you in September. Late September.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Christian Salem joining us there.